keeps you going? I mean, I really just want to know how someone like you that has so many opportunities now outside of this octagon. You're obviously, you got your TMZ thing going, you got your movie career going, you got all kinds of other shit going. Like, why are you still doing it?
You know, I still love it. Once I stop loving it, I'll stop it. I mean, that's a simple question. Also, just I don't feel like I'm done yet. I feel like I set out to be the GOAT in my division. I want to be one of the best fighters pound for pound, and I haven't done that yet. I still got a lot of fight left in me. There's not anybody on the roster in my division that I feel like can beat me at this moment, so why leave? I make more money in fighting than I do in all those other things, and those are just seeds I'm putting into the ground that as I transition out of mixed martial art, whenever that time comes, now those careers, hopefully, I have the same ability to earn that I did in MMA, and I just consistently go, open up a new chapter, and move on. Stay alongside of the sport, and whatever it's broadcast or analyst or commentary. When I stepped away from wrestling, I didn't want to go back and get another shot, you know what I mean? I was done. When I stepped away from coaching, I was done coaching college wrestling. So when MMA comes to the point where it's time for me to walk away from the sport, I'm gonna be able to do that, and I'm not gonna be one to get in another fight. Nobody's gonna be able to draw me back in when I step away.
You don't think you'll be one of those guys that like?
I know I won't.
Gonna be like, you know, like in about 3 years later, you'll want to come back and do something.
I got too much other stuff going on. You know, not just career-wise. Like, I'm working so hard now, so there comes a point in time where I can travel the country and watch my son play football and wrestle. So time with my family also has a price tag to me. And I'm working hard now because the window's open. You know, we don't get this window very often. When you're that guy, when you're hot, and everybody, you know, wants you to do stuff. So when you got that window, you gotta go because you don't want to have any. I don't want to look back and be like, you know what? I could have fought 3 or 4 more fights at welterweight. You know what I mean, I could have went and did this movie. Like, I want to get my stuff done now. So when it's time for me to walk away, you got what you needed out of it. I got what I needed out of it. Mutually beneficial. Sayonara, I'm out.
You ready to roll?
Yeah, I was ready to roll last month.
Yeah. So what happened?
I mean, nothing happened. That's the problem. Nothing happened.
Yeah.
You know, I was under the impression that I was getting prepared to fight for a world title. They asked me about fighting in June. I told them in January. It's tough for me to tell you if I can fight 6 months from now, just because the surgery just happened in December, and I just didn't know if I can fight that soon. But you know, to be honest, things happen for a reason, and mentally I'm ready to go. I'm ready to fight.
You know, you transferred from Strikeforce to the UFC,
yeah,
and you just made a major impact. A lot of people didn't realize what you were going to do right off the bat. And you moved up the ranks so fast and so quick that now you're there, you're the guy. I mean, have you thought about jumping around divisions too?
You know, this is when I came into the sport, a lot of people don't remember is I was, at one point in time, one of the top prospects out of all of them. Tyron is the next guy to look out for. When I was in Strikeforce, rising star. I was undefeated, a fight for my first world title, and I got knocked the out bad. But the thing is, I can watch that fight and I have no emotion towards it. If I was on the other end of that, I'm like, damn, that dude him up. I don't even watch it as me. I watch it as somebody got up in the fight. So I had to bounce back, and I had to send a strong message to the UFC, strong message to the fans, strong message to the world who I was and what I was coming to do. And the thing about our sport and our fans, they got a short-term memory. They don't remember you got knocked out when you come out and you smoke somebody in a few seconds.
Yeah.
And if you watch the people that I've knocked out so viciously, those are the people I actually like. Jay Heron was my friend. He was somebody I respected, very cordial, very respectable guy. His skill set was very high. But those people that I respect so much, I gotta train harder. Carlos Condit is my favorite fighter. May still be my favorite fighter to this day to watch fight. I grew up watching him. Now I got to be on the other side of the octagon and fight him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I had butterflies watching his fight. I'm like, damn, that motherfucker cold.
But I mean, you mean you're a lifeline competitor. You've been competing your whole life. I mean,
but him, Koscheck, Paul Daly, all these people I respect. So if I'm willing to go out there and try to dismantle people that I respect, what do you think I'm gonna do to somebody I can't stand? Yeah. My mom said this. Sometimes your mouth write a check that your ass can't cash. So now you got yourself in position where you got to get in there, you got to lock the fence. Ain't no talking, ain't no memes, ain't no bubble gum. You're gonna have to get this work.
But this lines up good for you, man, because this is one of those fights that I think the fans have been actually
short-term
wanting.
memory.
But they want this fight.
Remember, short-term memory.
You actually.
When I go out here and smoke this kid, I'm a hero. they're gonna forget everything they said about. And guess what? I'm going to join them. I'm gonna be the Dory from Finding Nemo.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna remember about all the, people that said shit that wasn't true, or all the haters. Hey, you guys want to give me the love? Y'all want to pay me the Quan? I'm gonna take it.
Yeah.
So that's the thing about me in business. I don't let my emotions get involved. I know everybody in this sport is fair weather. Sometimes they're with you, sometimes they're against you. If you knock somebody out, I've been a knockout artist. I've been a top prospect. I had a couple fights with guys who didn't want to get knocked out. I was a blanket. I was boring. And then all he plays is too close. Oh shit, he's amazing. He's knocked this guy. I've been back and forth. So for me, it's stay focused on what you have. If I post something, I post because I want to post and I walk away. I got a game plan. I fight the game plan that I fight and I walk away. Winning conquers all. You can say whatever you want. You keep winning. You keep making that money. You keep at the pay rate that you at. You retire or go. The go.
What do you think the younger fighters are lacking though?
They're lacking hard work. They want to get off the couch and just have it. They think you just make millions of dollars off the flip. I fought for free for 3 years. Free. I was on Strike Force fighting on national television for $2,500. So when people think, oh, your life, you can miss me with that bullshit. My life was not easy. There was a point in time where I told my coaches, I gotta quit, man, I can't fight. I said, remember when gas prices first spiked up?
Yeah.
I didn't fill my tank up on 69 cents before. I went from that to $2.99. Broke. Out of college, full-time coach. I had to drive 45 minutes to coach, 30 minutes to strength and conditioning, 35 minutes to go get my kid from school, 45 minutes to go train again. Then I had to go back to wrestling practice. Gas by itself wiped me out. I told my coach I can't do it anymore. I said, I just got to coach, man. I can't fight right now. I don't got the money. He said, go back to college and take out a student loan. I went to graduate school
Just to fight.
to take out a student loan to fight on life. So I don't, like, the young people don't have that mindset. Social media shows you everything.
That was a gamble.
It was a gamble. It was a gamble. Yeah. They see it on social media. They want it. This person's life look fun. I want to do that. Oh my God, he got a lot of women, I want to do what that person does. They don't search what tools they have, what God-given gifts they possess. They don't search what they're on this earth for. I've done that. I know what I'm here for. And guess what? It ain't even fighting. Fighting is a jet to get me to where I'm going. It's not a vehicle, it's a jet to get me there faster.
And where's that? Where's that end?
Talking to kids, mentoring, telling my story. That's my end deal. I want to be able to utilize my adversity, my upbringing, my experiences, my failures, my success, my mistakes, my mindset with people, because when I was younger, I didn't have nobody to tell me what the right thing was to do. I didn't have nobody. I looked up to drug dealers.
You're fighting in, the greatest organization in the world with the best fighters in the world.
In the toughest division in the world.
The toughest division. And I believe that you have proven yourself time and time before, but you're right. I think that the fans do look at certain aspects and they remember it for 15 minutes.
Our fans have gotten to, their definition of a good fight is two guys back and forth, beating the shit out of each other, blood everywhere, hugging at the end and raising each other's hand up. My ideal of a good fight is to watch that. But when I'm in there, I want to dominate. I told you, I haven't been punched hard in the face since 2012. Not only just in fights and sparring. I've conditioned myself that when a punch comes to my face, my body is conditioned to say, get the out of here with that. Without even trying to. Even if I get hit, I'm going to get hit like that. I'm not going to just get hit straight flush in the face. So my ideal of a great fight when I'm competing is to dominate, to crush, to find the winning opportunity, to be patient. When I see it, to take it. I never go into the fight and say, okay, let me leave it up to the judges. When you think about this, Damian Maia, 7-fight win streak, submissions over Brown, submissions over Condon, Neil Magny. He had won 7 fights in a row. His last 12 fights, he scored takedowns on all 12 opponents.
Yeah.
For him to come up short 27 times.
But that's purely a completely technical game that you have to play, because the moment you do something wrong, that guy capitalizes on it. That's how he wins his fights.
But I mean, every fight's not going to be a knockout. I mean, am I going to try not to knock you out? I'm going to try to knock you out every fight, but I'm not going to force it. I've been in fights when I was fighting Jake Shields. I'm like, I got, you got that first $50,000 bonus, man. You're like, whew, I'm gonna just knock this motherfucker out. He can't strike, he's a jiu-jitsu guy. I'm gonna stop the shot, and when I get the chance, I'm gonna knock him the out. Guess what? The chance never came. I was waiting on the chance. I was waiting on the one punch. You gotta create the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Throwing volume, softening the person up, punching to the body, seeing how they react, and then using that to set something up. I didn't do that, and it cost me the fight. So you look at my record, 18 wins, 11 of those were in the first round.
Yeah.
So if you really want to know about Tyron Woodley, go do your research. I'm always looking at the toolbox of my opponent. Let me get that screwdriver from you right quick. Let me get that hammer from you. Let me get that drill. Now they looking in their box for shit to use, and they ain't got it no more. Now they got to deal with me. So that's always my game plan. Sometimes in Robbie Lawler, I started fainting. I started level changing. He was scared of me, and I saw it in his face. I saw it in the weigh-ins. I saw the way he was reacting to my feints. And at that point in time, something told me, go right now, and I went. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's longer. I didn't feel the go in Wonder Boy fight to the 4th and 5th round. Then I saw it and then I went. I mean, we were talking to each other the whole fight. That's a whole story in itself, me and Wonder Boy. But he wanted me to come in so he can counter me. And I'm like, you come in here and get these hands. We were talking, I said, no, I know you, no, come in here and get these hands. And he was just laughing and talking. Wonder Boy he looks like he's all clean cut. He is a G. I punched the out of him in that fight, and he did not go away. I'm gonna tell you a funny story. So I fought Wonder Boy, right? And his dad screaming these combinations, 113, 5, 8, 9. I'm thinking like, nah, I know you finna try to kick me in the body. Go on. I said, you kicked me in the body. Remember last time you did, I knocked your ass back. He said, no, actually I was finna kick you in the head. So we laughing and joking, right? That's the first fight. As we fighting the whole time. The second time we fought, I took him down, right? Took him down. I got that arm behind his back. That's really game over right there.
Yeah.
But I had his arm behind his back with my right hand. My left hand just wasn't the same as the right. So I was punching him. I'm like, if I had his arm behind the back with the left hand, I could him up with the right hand. So I try to get greedy. I said, let me just sneak and see if I can switch hands real quick. I try to do this son of a bitch pop up. So he stands up. I'm like, Mom, you little peanut head ass. So he popped up, right? So now I'm mad. Then he circled me off the cage. He put my back against his head. Then he put his hand in my face. And I leaned over and I said, in the fight. And he said, oh! He said, oh man, you bit me. I said, man, I don't know why the I just did it. I said, I don't know why I did that, man.
As you're still fighting.
In the fight.
As you're still going
I
fighting.
would show you the round and you would shit on yourself. I said, man, dog. I said, I'm embarrassed. I don't know why the I did it. He said, it's all right, let's keep fighting.
How were you having a full conversation with him and nobody else knew?
Ask him about it. It's the most funniest shit ever.
What does it take to become a champion?
I mean, to me, what it takes to become a champion is being willing to use everything that makes you as a person, every single thing. I'm talking about if you've been abused, if you grew up in a ghetto, if you were starving, if you were homeless, if you came from an entitled situation, you use every single thing and you don't run away from it. Like in certain parts of my life, some people might be ashamed of. I'm happy I grew up in a ghetto. I'm happy I grew up in 13 people in one household, dysfunctional, 4 bedrooms. I'm happy because guess what? When I get in the octagon and we got the same speed, same talent, same conditioning, it's one thing I got you ain't got. That gorilla in the inside of me to come out of me, and I know I can always lean to that if I need it. Using your mind, using your spirit, everything that you can do. And don't try to cheat it. Don't try to flip the light switch. It does not exist. People have been trying this since the beginning of time. You can't just flip a light switch on and shit happen. The young guys or the young people that's watching this, enjoy the process. It makes you. When I was broke on my mom's couch at 27 years old, sleeping on the couch in the kitchen with a full-time job, feeling like you was less than a man, I used to have to drive my son to the storage unit and treat it like an adventure, put in the code, the gate come up to show him his stuff, because he thought he was homeless. I'll never forget that moment. So guess what? I told myself that shit had never happened to me. I remember being evicted from my house as a kid and having to walk by your house that used to be yours with a pink tag on there and you can't go in there. And all your friends know you've been evicted. I'll never be evicted again in my life. So using those things, don't shy away from it. Everybody want this impossible perfection and they want to put on a facade. I'm not a role model, I'm a real model. I got a lot of shit I do wrong, I got a lot of shit I do right, but my heart is pure. I always want to help people. I want my family to have more than what I had. I want to teach them how to gain and retain wealth, how to treat people right, how to take care of the people close to you. You know, how to, if you make mistakes, how to bounce back, how to apologize, how to be a man. You know what I mean? That's what I want. So as I'm doing that for my kids, if I can shine that light on somebody else, whether it's a young kid watching a video, whether it's another martial artist, if you are old school in the mindset of not avoiding the process, not trying to take the shortcut, putting your head down and work your ass off, you will be successful. If you use what you have and you do what you put on this earth to do, you're gonna be successful. You can be the most successful janitor. You can be the most successful mail deliverer. You can be the most successful fighter. Society chooses who they wanna, you know, you're an athlete or you're an actor. They choose who they wanna pump up. But to be honest, if you're the most successful law enforcement guy, you're the GOAT to me. If you can enjoy the process, the highs, the lows, don't let nothing shake you, don't let nothing break you, put your head down, work your ass off, keep it moving, you will be successful. Oh, no!
Got him.